Look, everyone here knows the frustration. You pour your blood, sweat, and tears into a startup, only to hit the same wall. Traditional startup models are broken. They're built for winners who fit a narrow mold, for those who buckle under pressure to grow fast, raise fast, pivot faster. And in that system, social entrepreneurs are constantly sidelined, boxed out because they don't chase profit the same way, because their impact can't be measured with purely financial KPIs. It feels like you're fighting against a tide that's just not designed to support what you genuinely want to build. A venture that changes lives, solves real problems. You're stuck between wanting to do good and needing to survive. And worse, watching investors and institutions treat social impact like some side hustle or a charity check, rather than a serious, scalable business. But what if the script is changing? What if there's something that actually puts power back into your hands? Social venture studios aren't just a new trend. They're a real shift that could blow up the way we approach startups and impact. They take away the guesswork. Instead of pushing founders to scramble for support, these studios are hands-on, actually building ventures from the ground up with aligned resources, expertise, and networks that don't just talk impact, they deliver it. They fold impact into the core of the business, not as a nice-to-have, but as the engine that drives growth and innovation. This isn't about tweaking the old models. It's about a different blueprint altogether. Here's what you have to do. First, stop chasing the traditional investor pitch. Forget the slides that focus only on growth charts and revenue projections while pretending impact is secondary. Social venture studios demand something different. The obsession with solving real problems, deeply and sustainably. You need to show up ready to lay out how your idea changes lives, communities, and mindsets. Be unapologetic about your mission, but back it with data that proves your approach works, long-term, not just for quick wins. Second, focus on the team you build and the connections you forge inside these studios. These aren't just co-founders or advisors. These are people who get the complexity of social change and startup chaos at once. You lean on them brutally honesty. You demand they challenge your assumptions, and you work so tightly that the venture becomes a living organism. The days of lone fighters are over. This setup thrives on synergy, on rapid learning cycles and shared accountability. Third, understand that social venture studios often come with access to new, specialized capital that traditional VCs ignore. Impact-focused funds, mission-driven philanthropy with skin in the game, strategic corporate partners who value your social mission as much as your business model. That's the kind of financing you need to target. Stop knocking on the wrong doors, waiting for a yes. Go where your value is understood and appreciated. Fourth, get ruthless about learning how to scale differently. Social impact can't be one size fits all. The studio model means rapid iteration, yes, but with intense feedback loops from the communities you serve. The key is being flexible without losing your core mission. You don't scale by losing your soul. You scale by amplifying it with the right structure and clear-eyed metrics that go beyond just profit. Here's the bottom line. If you're tired of being ignored or forced into a false narrative that social good and business can't coexist, social venture studios are your shot. They let you build with people who get the ambition and the heart behind your venture. They give you tools and capital that actually make your mission live, not just survive. And most of all, they fight the meaningless shortcuts and hype, demanding real, lasting impact. If you want to see real change, not just in your startup but in the entire system, this is the way in. It's not easy. It's not comfortable. But if you want to be part of something that actually breaks the old rules and builds something that matters, you need to dive deep into this model, learn it inside and out, and use it like a weapon. Because the future of social enterprise isn't fitting into old startup molds. It's kicking the door down and building a new house with its own blueprint. Don't wait for permission. Start making it happen now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.